Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today we go back to the subject of Aisha, Muhammad's child bride. This young lady, even though she was very young, when Muhammad died, she was 18 years old. He married her when she was 9. By the age of 18, she was a widow. Nevertheless, this little child, she could sense something in Muhammad, that he is really a businessman and a lustful businessman. And in Muhammad's seerah, once he became powerful and he had an army, he sent letters to leaders in his region. One of them was to Rome, to Persia, and to Egypt. So these letters, practically, he was inviting them to Islam externally. Internally, he was threatening them that we have an army and it's either you follow us or we destroy you. Aslim Taslim, that's in one of his hadith when he sent the letter, meaning become a Muslim, nobody will get hurt, practically. He played with the word to make it like he's peaceful, but also I mean, if you speak Arabic, you will really recognize the difference. Uh, it sounds like the same word, but it's very subtle difference that it's either become Muslim or else. Normally, these people, they are not young kids, they are seasoned leaders. So, what we know from the story that uh, the governor of Alexandria, Egypt, when he received the letter, according to the Islamic history, which I don't doubt, um, is like, to cut the story short, he wanted peace. He didn't need to fight. He didn't want to fight. So he understood, he learned that Muhammad was a lustful man. By the way, once again, I said that in the Arabic video later. If there are any children or people under age, this video will not be for them. So anyway, back to the subject that uh, the Egyptian, the governor of Alexandria, Egypt, he learned that this man is a very lustful man and he likes women a lot. Whatever he did is not, whatever the governor of Alexandria did is not the best thing, but I think he was in a dilemma, and probably this was permitted back then. He sent two sisters, slave sisters, to Muhammad as a gift. So, okay, you're lustful, we send you women, and stay away from us. So, one of them, now the Muslim call her one of the mother of the believers. All Muhammad's wife are mothers of the believer, and her name was Mary the Copt. She was Christian. Egypt back then was Christian, so Mary the Copt means Mary the Christian Copt, Coptic. Anyway, she came to him as a gift, as a slave, a servant in his house. Okay, and he had 9 wives, so he was not short of women. Uh, back then, women, no, never mind women, um, slaves had no right. And to be a woman slave, you have even less right. Okay? So he wanted to have sex with this woman. He liked her. So he had a wife. One of his wife was out in the market or doing something, not in the house. So he took the Egyptian woman and her sister, uh, the the one I'm talking about, her name is Mary, and her sister, her name is Serene. So he took Mary, the Copt, to the house of his wife that she was in the market, and he started to have sex with her. His wife came from the market or wherever she was. She caught him in the act, in bed, on her bed, in her house. And that did not play very well because she was one of the daughter of the early disciples, also like Aisha. Aisha was the daughter of the first disciple, Abu Bakr, and this wife was the daughter of the second disciple. His name is Omar. And she got mad. And it seems that she raised up her voice and she made a scene to a point that Muhammad said, okay, okay, I will never do that again. From now on, I will never do something like this again because she is not married to me. And soon he receives the revelation from the angel. God sent him a very convenient message or revelation, telling him in the Quran, chapter 33, verse 50 and 51. What means is, why should be, O Prophet, why should you be harsh on yourself? If you desire this woman in your heart, God allows you to do whatever you want with her, and you shouldn't be concerned with these other women or other wives, what they think. So he broke his vow that he will not touch this woman again because Allah sent him the message, the revelation that this is okay. And here lies uh, the, the essence of this video, that Aisha, when that verse came from heaven, from Allah, she told him, I see your God waiting eagerly to respond to your own desires. For a girl, even if this was the same year he died, she was 18, you can tell a lot that this woman understood him very well. This young lady, 18 years old, she understood Muhammad very well. And she understood there was no revelation, there was no God, no Allah, and there is no angel, and there is nothing. And all of them, his women and the disciples and his group at this time, they were doing business. They were seeking after lust, after sex with women and wealth. And whatever they wanted to do, Allah was waiting for them to respond to their desires, to fulfill their sexual urge, include starting with Muhammad. So Aisha was telling him, you didn't suggest marrying her first, and you do that with her. And the Quranic verse that it came down, it's really sickening, it's disgusting. I'm going to put it and you can read the translation. The translation normally does not really, uh, rightfully so, they feel embarrassed to put what Arabic really means in this Quranic verse. It's sickening. So God tells Muhammad it's okay to do that with to fulfill your urge with this woman. Not only that, if any woman comes to you and suggests that she wants to have sex with you, it's up to you. You can, there's no problem. You can, if you like her, go ahead on the spot. And that's why a young girl like Aisha, she figured it out. And if a young girl like Aisha could figure it out that it's all about money and sex, I'm very sure her father and the other disciples who were much older than her, they figured that out, but all of them were after money and lust for women. I'm going to put the description in the box, and we'll speak probably more about Aisha because this woman had uh, a lot to do with Muhammad, and she spoke a lot. She understood. Thank you very much. I appreciate your comments.